All right. Welcome back, all you Holotable heroes. This is your boy Itachi, and we got my man's Evo on. What's up, Evo?
How's it going?
Don't die. I won't die. You don't die. And as usual, this is our Imperial Military Podcast show. So we're here to update you on our free-to-play account as usual. So what's going on out there in the universe? Before we do that, we got to make sure we roll that intro. Yo, DJ, play that intro. All right, so we are here on our IMPS podcast here. Again, this is Itachi Gaming, so thank you guys so much for joining us. For those who are on, if this is your first time, welcome. Again, my name is Itachi, and we have my guildmate and close friend Evo here on the stream as well. So Grand Arena, let's talk about that real quick. Grand Arena Championships. Man, that was fun. Ended up taking third place, and if you're in the Discord, you got to see the proof of that. I'm going to start doing that more often, getting those screenshots over to you guys on my main account. Also took third place on my second account as well. So 2 third place wins there. And Grand Arena Championships are definitely, I'd say, a little bit more challenging than regular Grand Arena is. Definitely got to be careful and really think about your attacks and things of that nature. So we'll definitely be paying attention to that. Going forward, if you did Grand Arena Championships out there, let us know in the comments. Evo, how did your Grand Arena Championship go?
Not bad for my first try. Definitely learned a little bit from it because, facing completely different opponents than we were in regular Grand Arena. So I think I've resolved myself to putting my Revan on defense just to be able to get past some things there. So, but we'll see. I'm really excited to see the next one, really. But I lost my first round, won the last 2, so I took third place overall.
Yeah, and I lost my second round, won round 1 and round 2. Some mistakes were made definitely in round 2. Doggone Count Dooku with General Grievous. I tried to take a different team in than probably what I should have, and paid the price. So, if I didn't use 2 battles on that particular one, I would have at least won that one, and may or may not have won the one after that. I won't really know because we didn't get to do it. So. But it was definitely fun. The feats, man, that thing is, they're definitely encouraging ships for sure in feats. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's good. I mean, I think some people kind of let their ships go to the wayside. So it's nice seeing a focus on it, especially with them like rolling out a new ship here and there. So I mean, I'm excited because my main account is in a decent spot with ships, and our IMPS accounts. I think both of us are you're putting a huge focus on chips, so you're going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on the IMP account. Definitely have a huge focus on chips. All right, so sorry, I was finishing up some Galactic War stuff there. A little behind today than what I normally am, but here we are. So I am fleet rank number 20. As Evo said, I have been focusing in on ships. You'll see my arena rank is still low, 381. We keep dropping there, but I think as soon as I finish at least bringing my empire up to like around gear 9, I should be okay to start climbing back up and should be able to get back in the top 100. Dropping that far is actually it sucks because we were in top 20, top 10 actually on Squad Arena when we started this account. So and got into Arena. So I enjoyed those payouts, and we have fallen. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. But yeah, there's definitely a gap there. You can tell who's spending money in the Arena Shard for sure. People already with Jedi Knight Revan and stuff like that, and it's kind of hard to catch up with that stuff because we're not spending money, and that is okay. And as a free-to-play player, sometimes you just have to realize that you're not always going to be in the meta, and that you're going to have people that are going to spend money to specifically be at the top of the meta game. And I've come to that realization. I have focused in a lot on fleet, and that has allowed me to be ranked number 20 in my fleet, which is nice. And if you all remember at the beginning, we were taking the number 1 spot for quite a while. So number 20 is still a nice payout because you still get gems there, which is actually really huge. So moving on from there, characters. So actually, before getting characters, let me break down where I'm at. Cantina battles, I just unlocked 7 yesterday. I am at level 81, so I am going through the challenges and doing the last part of the challenges, which I did on this one already. So that is nice on the gear challenges. These other ones won't unlock until 84, so we got 3 more levels to go before we get that. But yeah, we're on 7 here. We were able to 3-star all the way through 6, so that was nice. Very, very nice there. Moving on from there, light side battles. As you all remember, I got through 8 hard. 9 does not unlock until 82, so our next level we'll be able to go through 9 on the light side battles. Dark side battles, I went all the way through 3 hard as well. Same thing, this won't unlock until 85, so we got some time for that, and some gearing to do on that as well. So let's move into, oh wait, let me do fleet. So fleet battles, I am still at, I've gotten through 2 hard. And normal, I don't think I've gone into 3 at all. No. So I haven't started at 3 yet. I definitely could, but I'm using that energy and those resources right now in the hard nodes with Bastila here and the Sunfax ship, speaking of which. And I'm going to get none just because I'm streaming today. That's why. So that's where I'm at there. All right, now let's go into characters. And you're going to see my arena guys are, my fleet arena guys are right up there on top. I need to uncheck Chopper because I'm no longer working on him. And I have my bounty hunters up here at the top as well. And you'll notice I've got quite a few things actually favorited. Bastila Shan's in here. You'll see some Empire characters as well that we're working on. I did get Jango Fett unlocked today, so at 2 stars, and we'll continue to work on him. Range Trooper is almost there. Oh, I didn't. Oops. I usually use my bonus energy on him, but I didn't. But Range Trooper is almost there to being at 3 stars, so we're working on those Imperial Troopers there. But the main focus has been on these Geos. And if you're doing territory battles, Geonosius, territory battles, it is hard, my friends. It is very hard. And these Geos are going to play a special part in it. But you can see those guys are rocking and rolling. So we got Spy at gear 9. Sunfact is at gear 8. About to go to gear 9. I got to get... was that 11 more of these Mark 5s, so I should have him at gear 9 in the next 2 days probably. Soldier is also at gear 9, and we're trying to get him to 5 stars, so I'm 10 shards away from 5 stars there, so that's nice as well. And then Crew is at gear 8, but he's at 6 stars. So as you can see, I've pretty much maxed out their abilities for the most part. No Zetas yet. Although I did just get the ability to do that. Speaking of, let's go to bounty hunters. I'm gonna break this down. So bounty hunters, Cad Bane is at 7 stars. I need to work on his gear. Boba Fett is 30 shards away from 7 stars. You can see I got him to gear 7. Greedo is, what is that? 55? Yeah, 55 shards away from 7 stars, and he's also at gear 7. Dengar, we're still having our mishaps there, and I have not been able to get onto the account as much as I would like to over the weekend. I did some traveling. I worked on Saturday, so it was a pretty busy weekend for me, and I just missed some of these payouts and missed some of the getting in and being able to farm this stuff. So it is unfortunate, but I'm just gonna upgrade that. But he's getting there. He's almost to 5 stars, and we'll continue with him. And then Jango Fett is going to round out our bounty hunters here for now until we can get to boss node, which won't be until level 85. So Jango Fett will probably be at 7 stars before we get to that. And we'll start working on his gear as well. Now moving on from there is the Empire. I need to transition to the Empire in a very, very bad way because of the way Arena is. Now Palpatine at 6 stars, Vader at 6 stars, Grand Moff Tarkin's at 7 stars, Grand Admiral Thrawn's at 6 stars, and Colonel Stark is at 7 stars. So I have a team here. I just got to gear them. As you can see, Palpatine is at gear 8. I do have an Omega on him already on Let the Hate Flow. I do love that Omega because it gives you some better viability in Arena and healing your team. Darth Vader still needs some work on his abilities before I can take him in there, and he definitely needs to get to 81, and I want to take him in at least gear 8. Same thing with Tarkin, Thrawn, and Colonel Stark. All need the same type of love, and we'll get there. It's a slow process right now. It's not like my main account where like I can almost do this in like a day. It takes a little bit longer on these guys because of where we're at right now, but I did start modding Thrawn here, as you can see, already, and I've already got plus 51 speed on him. So once I get him to gear 8, I will be taking Hera's square that she has here, because that is the highest speed that I have, and I definitely want that on my Arena team, and I want Thrawn to be going first all the time. Outside of that, first order is just going to be crew, so no need to really look at this, but there you go. Stormtrooper and TIE Pilot can be activated right now, but I'm not going to do that. And crew's at 6 stars in gear 8 because he's part of fleets, which is crazy to think about because I always, in all my other accounts, I've waited for a very long time to actually work on him. The Geos, as you saw, these guys are mainly gear 9 except for Sunfac, and he's almost there. Now Sunfac, from a shard standpoint, is much farther along than Spy and Soldier. So this guy is pretty tanky right now with his ship, which is great. It's fantastic. And taking him to gear 9 is just going to really be kind of like that icing on the top. They're more than likely going to be my first gear 12 characters because they are ships and of how well I'm doing in ships right now. Moving on to Jedi, Bastila Shan is at 5 stars. She's on her way, making her way to 6, and she's at gear 7. We've got 4-star Jolie Bindo on his way to 5 stars, and then obviously we have Kanan and Ezra both at 7 stars. And I do really need to start working on another Jedi here, which is going to be Old Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi. For that, and that is really going to go into for Grandmaster Yoda and being able to unlock Grandmaster Yoda, which we'll probably see, I want to say next month more than likely. So I do need to get on the ball with this. I really need to get my Geo Soldier to 5 stars, and I think Spy to 5 stars. It may already be to 5. Spy's already to 5. I need to get Soldier to 5 stars, which he's right there, and then I can start working on Old Ben. We definitely want to unlock Yoda as soon as we can. Old Republic, yeah, not quite there for Zalabar. I haven't started working on Mission or T3 M4. That event is coming up in about a week, if I remember correctly. Jedi Knight Revan's coming back around, so I should be able to get him on my second account, which is exciting. We're definitely quite a ways away from that on this account. Honestly, I think it takes probably about I want to say 3 months to farm everyone up to like 7 stars and at least gear 8. So it really depends on your drops on Jolie Bindo, to be honest with you. That's probably the biggest thing for anybody. Once you get Zalabar unlocked on ships, he'll be easy. He'll be a breeze. And Mission Val and T3 and 4 really aren't that bad over in Cantina. So I do have T3's node unlock. I don't have missions yet, but I'm on that node to go through, and I just need to go through and do it. As you saw with my Phoenix, I've got 2 gear 9 characters. Chopper's almost gear 9 as well himself. And I actually may just go ahead and take these other 2 to gear 9 at some point, as opposed to letting them sit at gear 8 just for ships. And then we want to take Sabine up to at least gear 8 for ships as well, so we can catch Grand Admiral Thrawn's capital ship next time it comes around. As far as rebels are concerned, Admiral Akbar is at gear 7. I have not gone and got any more shards for him. I do have Biston and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, I'm sorry. So that is going to go into Biston's Ewing. Biggs Darklighter is my farm for Galactic War Store, along with any Geonosian ships that I find in there. So he's my main focus, and then Geos are right after that. So working on that guy as well. Biston I can activate, Scarif Rebel Pathfinder I can activate, but I don't think their ship is ready to be activated, so I won't do that. Oh, I'm 1 shard away. So we're probably going to be moving into Rebels here soon on ships, potentially. I've done so much work on the Geos that it's kind of hard to move into them. I'd rather just stay with the Geos, to be honest with you, but I do need to start working on Rebel ships, because we want to be able to unlock Grand Admiral Thrawn. And the higher star count we can get, the better. And we need to proceed into Admiral Akbar's capital ship farther. And at this point, we need light side ships for that. I can't use the Geos anymore for that. Captain Han Solo. Oh man, look at this. We are 41 shards away from Han Solo getting unlocked, which is pretty big, actually, and pretty nice there. So those are Rebels. Let's go back to Jedi real quick, because I don't know where Kenobi is. He's at 72, so he's about halfway there. All right. I think that's really it, to be honest with you. Let's go back to everything. Yeah, that's really it. That's where I'm at currently, and that's what I'm farming as far as characters are concerned. Now let's talk about ships here. Ships, you'll see Geonosian Spy is at 7 stars. Sunfac is almost at 6 stars ship. And Soldier is on his way to 7 stars as well. So you see they're all level 79 there. Let's go ahead and do that. There you go, 4-star Ghost. They're all at level 79 there, which is nice. The TIE Silencer is at 5 stars on his way to 6 stars as well. Speaking of rebel ships. So Phantom 2 and Ghost are needed absolutely for Thrawn's capital ship. So you have to have them. They're a requirement. But that's how we're doing right now with these guys. I'm using TIE Silencer, Ghost, and then the Geos. Geos being part of my main fleet, which is actually really, really nice. I need to do this anyways. So that's where I'm at with the ships. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, mod battles. This just unlocked. 9 just unlocked at 80. I've been waiting to go through that, but I do need to start doing that so I can start slicing mods. Yay! The grind of slicing mods. It's horrible. It's so horrible sometimes. But you should do it. You need to do it. Focus in on a particular type of stat that you're looking for in mods and make sure that you're slicing for that stat. If you're not hitting those stats, then you probably need to give up on that mod and not waste too many mod slicing materials. So usually I go for speed first, but not every character needs speed, so just keep that in mind. For example, like Zalabar, or not Zalabar, Zalabar would be an example, but Zeb doesn't really need speed. What he really needs is that potency. So the higher his potency can be, the more likely he is to land the debuffs, which is what you need him to actually do. Whereas you want Ezra and like Hera to probably have speed. So there are things like that you'll find in the game. Big Z or Zalabar is another example of that. You want him to have a lot of health and a lot of tenacity, and that just makes him super tanky, and allows him to resist debuffs more. So those things you kind of start to learn as you get farther and farther in the game, but we're going to try to help you out with learning a lot of that stuff early, so you're not making some mistakes that we made on our main accounts, and so you can be ahead of the game, really, because it's really just going to end up helping you out. And that's some stuff that we're going to follow as we're going through on our own accounts. So that's where I'm at. Let's kick it over to Evo and his account, and he can tell us what's going on there.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look here. I'm going to have to get Itachi to earmuff a couple different times here because I've snuck ahead on some things. But overall, in a similar spot, I've basically stopped working on my Phoenix squad. We both got 6-star Thrawn, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thrawn. Yeah. So, we'll need a 7-star him the next time he comes around. But that is going to be a while. So I am pretty well focusing most of my gearing on my bounty hunters at the moment. And this is where I'm currently sitting with them. I'm actually kind of slowing down on Cad Bane. I may take him to the next. Was that to gear? What's he at? 6? 7?
Yeah. Gear 8 triggers contracts.
7. Yeah. So I'll get him to gear 8. But as you can see, he's at level 65. Everyone else is at 79. Just slowing down on him because I know I'm going to replace him with Django and Bosk at some point. I'll finish him off to gear 8. But otherwise, I'm focusing on Bob Dengar, Greedo. I'm 6 shards away from Django, 7 shards, because I can do math. And then Bosk will be the next one that I start hitting. Very, very big.
Nice.
As far as my progression, I'm through the 8s for light. That's why I have Django available. I just went through my dark side 8 normal, so I still have hard to go through. But I don't think there's anyone on those that we need right now. It's level 9 that we're gonna need for Bosk and things, right?
Yeah, there's just gear in there. So like I'm already kind of side farming Wicket because of the Mark 5s. So
Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, as far as what I'm spending on, let me back up here a little bit. Here is where I've gone ahead. I am all the way through 7 Cantina.
Nice.
So I have been farming Hera. Where's her name here? Mission. I always say the wrong one.
Okay.
I've been farming Mission. So I don't have her unlocked yet. She is an annoying farm, so she's 7 out of 25. So, what are we looking at here? Old Republic. This is where I'm at with my Old Republic so far. Bastila farming her on both nodes every day. So she, of course, is going to be the highest. I don't have Zalabar unlocked yet for the ships. He's the next thing that I will head for over there. Jolie, trying to farm him at least twice a day when I can. Otherwise, at least go through him once a day. Starting to work on Mission now, and then I'll pick up on T3 and 4 later. Thing with Mission is she's a pretty high farm rate, 16 energy per farm. So she's a little on the higher end. She does take a little bit longer. But the reason why I switched to her is because I was farming Obi-Wan in Cantina, and I have Obi-Wan at 5 stars. So as far as using Obi as a Jedi to unlock the green monster,
The green monster.
I have him at 5 stars, so I can use him for that purpose, and I just need to work on his gear. I will go back and finish him off, but my mentality as far as farming in this game, and I don't see myself changing my mentality anytime soon, is why farm it when I can buy it. So he shows up in the stores from time to time, so when he's there, I see I have excess currency, I will purchase him from the store. But yeah, otherwise, I don't need him at 7 star per se until I've got everyone else that I need up there as well. So, what are we looking at for Rebels here?
Princess Leia.
Yeah, Leia's back at 2 stars. Skywalker's he's back at he's 4 star. Oh my God, Stormtrooper Han, where is he? He's way down here, isn't he? Is he not activated?
Nope.
He's not activated.
50.
Ugh. Where is he even from?
They're both from Squad Arena.
Yeah, it's him and Leia, Squad Arena. So yeah, once I start working on that, Obi-Wan at the same time. But by then, from buying him in the store, he'll probably be halfway 7 star, 6 stars anyway. So that's where I'm at with them. What other teams do we have in here? I have not really been working on my Empire, so that's kind of where they're sitting. As far as my goals for Squad Arena. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I guess I have put, like, their abilities are all skilled. Really, all I would need to do is, focus on their gear a little bit more, fix their mod, finish out a decent Empire team going.
Yeah.
Maybe I should look at that. Probably a good idea.
So yeah, like the reason, obviously always paying attention to your Squad Arena meta, and right now in our Squad Arena, like Phoenix is still extremely prevalent, and because they're so prevalent, like Empire's a fantastic team to use for that. So it allows us to kind of wiggle our way back into like that top 100, top 50. Without it being too hard, because Empire just like destroys Phoenix. Papa Palpatine with Vader and Grand Admiral Thrawn, and then you can pick whoever you want as that last spot, and you'll be fine. So
yeah, I made myself a sticky note, so I'll do it now. So yeah, I mean that's where we are with the Empire. Nothing else really being worked on at the moment, I don't believe. I mean, Old Republic is my biggest thing that I'm concerned about and continue working on. So, I mean, that's who I'm hitting pretty hard in light side, dark side battles. Cantina's going into them now. Oh, good stuff. I am level 79, so I do not have these mod battles open. Almost. But yeah, now that I think about it, on my main accounts, I went through those with an Empire team. So those are not easy to go through, and I went pretty easy in my Empire team.
yeah.
So let's get on next. Galactic War, I'm behind. Don't look at this. I've only hadn't done one, and I've got to restart, so that means I'm really 2 days behind. It's okay. Got 2 hours left.
I am also
38 to 50.
2 days behind, but I'm about to finish this one. So
yeah, ships. I am not at Itachi level for ships. I've got Phantom 2 there, so I've started to get everyone up, just scale everyone up just enough so I can level their abilities. So that's why I've got a couple at 75, one at 70, just kind of ready to go for their next ability once I get them mats. I'm still keeping up with my Geonosians, but I've not worked on the characters as much as Itachi has. But yeah, they're there, and they're still my main team. I still take in TIE Fighter Pilot, and I've been using Phantom. I have not swapped in Ghost yet. Even though Ghost is actually my highest total power ship right now, it is not my strongest. So mainly because I haven't leveled it, I haven't put into the abilities, but it is getting there, and I'm charged for them as well, just because we will need the rebel ships. They're a good duo of ships to have. Phantom 2's like entrance ability, once it's all the way up, is awesome in my opinion, because you bring him in and then your very next turn you bring in another ship right behind him. So yeah, I'm definitely working on those low key. The Geonosians and my TIE Fighter are my main 4. Yeah, that's where I am here.
Awesome. Yeah, so being able to take your ships, or if you're able to do it in squad arena, either one of those, if you can get higher payouts for that helps you out a lot in this game, because of the amount of crystals that you get. And crystals are essentially going to equal time for you, because they're going to allow you to do refreshes on your light side and dark side battles and your cantina battles. So you want to be able to spend at the very least 200 crystals a day, and you can quite literally do that, and bank the rest of your crystals that you get throughout the day, just from fleet or squad arena. And if you're doing both very well, you're going to be well above, which is going to allow you to maybe catch up on a character for shards, if an event's coming close. Like if you wanted Jedi Knight Revan and you're already, if you're only like, 50 shards away, and they pop up in the weekly shipments or something like that, you have the ability to do that because you have the currency to do it. And that's what comes down to it with those crystals, and why squad arena and fleet arena are so important, especially being free to play, because you're not putting any money into crystals. So you're solely putting money into, or you're not putting any money into anything. So any of your actual currency, or what's going to allow you to help you get ahead in the game, are going to solely come from the amount of crystals you can generate on a daily basis, from payouts. So that's why it's so important to focus in on those. And you kind of see some of the different philosophies. Like Evo is much farther than I am on his bounty hunters, but then like my geos for fleets are my highest power characters in the game right now. They're almost my highest power characters in the game, but they're pretty much all gear 9, and their abilities are pretty much almost all maxed out, and they're maxed out. They're at 81 right now, level 81, and so they're definitely my main focus. Empire is becoming secondary for me, and that's we're seeing some of the philosophies there, and because I am focused a lot more on arena, a little bit more on arena than what Evo is, and Evo is kind of, I think, going more so towards his characters, and going more so with the mindset with, well, I'll get there eventually and I'll be able to climb back up at some point.
I just want to say that you need to get on my Dengar level.
Dengar is solid. What is up, DSP? Yeah, so like I have bounty hunters marked, and yeah, no, Dengar is. What is yours? Almost 7 stars.
He's 25 of 100.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't want to talk about Dengar. I went like almost a whole week with not seeing any Dengar shards, and I literally logged in during every single refresh. That was the most frustrating thing ever. I was pissed off. So, but yeah, we definitely have 2 different philosophies there on what we're working on and things like that. Old Republic is on my scope for sure. Jolie's at 4 stars already. Basila's at 5 stars, so I'm definitely working on them. But I'm not going like as hard as Evo is right now. Like I want to get my Empire settled in. Palpatine's at gear 8, and Vader's at gear 7. I need to get Vader up to 81. I need to put Palpatine up to 81. Thrawn I need to get up to 81, and then I need 2 more characters. One of those characters are going to be Grand Moff Tarkin for sure. And we're probably going to do, honestly, Colonel Stark, because he's at 7 stars already. And he's just going to have some additional protection and health right now that a non-7-star character is not going to have that's in the Empire. So we definitely have our differences. Like, I'm going after Imperial Troopers. Evo's not. We definitely have our differences there, and we have both our very good reasons why. And so I think I'm a little bit more spread out than you are right now when it comes to characters.
Yeah, with because you've got like 2 additional teams going almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually almost 3: Bounty Hunters, Empire, and Troopers, and Jedi. So I have quite a few going right now. But like you can see where my focus is. It's more on Empire right now. I need to go ahead and favorite these guys, because I need to work on these guys, and they're really. We have the R2D2 event coming up, and CLS is coming up. So I'm not going to get CLS, but I would like to unlock R2D2. He is definitely on there. So let's go to our guide here and show you guys where we are at. Yes, Evo's Dengar is definitely solid DSP for sure. I saw that comment and we were kind of talking a little bit. All right, so tier 1, I think outside of Boba Fett here, we were pretty much done with. We kind of scrapped the light and dark side, I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
For tier 1, I think we both unlocked these characters, but we didn't continue to work on them. And we both skipped over to Basta Lashan. And I think that is more impactful from an overall game standpoint, as far as getting her to 7 stars, as far as the importance of getting her to 7 stars as opposed to Sabine and Royal Guard. You could swap out Royal Guard. What I would probably do is actually swap out Royal Guard with Range Trooper. I think Range Trooper is a more impactful character, and he's early in the game, early enough in the game to actually farm early. And I'd probably add in General Veers. I really have a thing about my Imperial Troopers, but Night Sisters is so popular in the game right now, it's ridiculous. And once I get to Grand Arena Championships, I want to be able to literally tear apart Night Sisters and not have an issue and still keep Papa Palpatine for a completely different team. And in order to do that, that means I have to work on Imperial Troopers. Yeah, the Imperial Troopers, once you get that Zeta on General Veers against Night Sisters just can't keep up with them. Their turn meter just goes through the roof. And as long as you're in pretty good proximity as far as gear is concerned, you'll be in good condition there. But we did jump over Cantina wise once we finished Hera and Ezra. We actually did it in the middle of it. We got Hera and Ezra up to 5 stars, and then jumped over to Crew to unlock him and his ship. 4 ships before ships was available to actually start using, or as a game mode in the game. So once that came through, we immediately had Crew available for that, which is great. And right before you hit that is about the time you'll probably have Hera and Ezra to 5 stars. Unless you're doing additional refreshes or things like that, because you're getting great payouts from your squad arena. And what you'll see that's not on here are the Geos. The Geos are not used for any legendary events. However, they are by far the best ships to start out with in the game until you can get into a meta game fleet. So we went for them immediately. As Evo has said, I've gone a lot farther than he has with my Geos, and I will continue to do that, because my biggest payouts right now are coming from fleets, almost covering what I'm not getting out of Squad Arena, and being able to cover my 200 crystal refresh a day, which is pretty critical. And we talked about going to Old Ben here soon. We haven't started working on First Order Stormtrooper yet, or Farm Boy Luke Skywalker. We're both working on Greedo out of the Arena store and haven't moved over to Leia or Han Solo yet, but that is coming soon. Cantina store, like I said, we are still working on Boba Fett. So Foe is probably First Order Officer. It's probably the next route to go there. Start working on that First Order team.
Yeah, my Boba's done, so I've transitioned to Foe.
There you go. His Boba's done. He's transitioned to Foe. I have not. I am 30 shards away from Boba Fett being done, and then I'll transition to Foe. Qui-Gon Jinn. I don't know if that is really the right play there to go, to be honest with you, with some of the things that I'm starting to see.
Yeah, I went for Qui-Gon on my main account, and I never use him. So, I think I would get. So I know I'm gonna do this. I'm going for Cassian Z-Wing, so that'll be my next one after First Order Officer.
Okay.
I should have all those guys unlocked by then, and then from there, I'm not sure.
So for me, I'm probably doing Stormtrooper just because I'm going after those guys. Hoth Rebel Scout is actually a good one to go after. He is farmable in quite a few other places, but it's definitely needed for Hoth territory battles, which makes you very, very a lot more valuable for your guild if you can participate in those special nodes with Hoth Rebel Scout and Hoth Rebel Soldier. So that's a big thing there. That's in that actual part of the farm. So for me, it's probably going to be Stormtrooper, just because I need to. I want to have my Imperial Troopers. So we also have TIE Pilot in here, so we are definitely in tier 2 right now. We're in tier 2. We're bleeding into tier 3. So like we're both going after Jango Fett. We're both going after Jolie right now. Evo has already started doing Zalabar, as have I. He has Zalabar unlocked. I do not. And then he's gotten into Mission Anti-3M4 already, which I have not gotten into yet. So, like I said, again, there's some differences there. I'm not going to lie, it'd be nice to be able to get Jedi Knight Revan and then use Jedi Knight Revan and what Jedi you have to unlock Grandmaster Yoda. But if you can get Grandmaster Yoda prior to that, you should definitely do that, because Bassa-led team with Yoda in it is phenomenal. So there's that. And Galactic War Store, I'm already working on Biggs. Are you still working on Cad Bane in there? What are you doing in there?
I am still working on Cad Bane. I got probably another week to get him unlocked, and then it'll be Biggs. Biggs will be the next one.
And there's some differences there again. You know, he went hard on gear on his bounty hunters, and like I just got the star counts. So you're gonna see this throughout this, which is really nice to have two different people's accounts to look at and kind of compare notes. Even though we're going through and doing a lot of the same similar things, there are things we're doing different, and there's reasons why we're doing it differently for different reasons. So I do get extremely competitive with the player versus player modes. Not to say that Evo isn't competitive. He is very competitive. Trust me, we literally sat on Discord calls while he's going through his Grand Arena battle. So he's definitely competitive and wants to win. I think I have I kind of gravitate more towards Squad Arena, Fleet Arena, and Grand Arena than what Evo does. Evo, I think, is a little bit more, and I may be wrong on this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's a little bit more of a completionist than I am on characters and things like that, and getting specific squads together. A lot of times where I'm looking at, okay, where's the meta, and I'm going to complete that squad for the meta, and then it's like, crap, I don't have this for this event, and then Evo's like, oh yeah, I unlocked that.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I found out characters that would need to be unlocked throughout the game, like that's always where my mindset has been, just unlock them first, because I can't build the metas or do anything. Like I don't know. There's just that's just my mindset. Get them unlocked, get them geared, and then focus on climbing the ladder. But yeah, like you said, there's play styles, and your way definitely works for. I mean, having Darth Revan and being where you are on your main account, that's like you're one of the first ones to have. Like, yeah, there's definitely something to be said about that play style. So.
Yeah, so I mean, there's, like you said, there's something to said about that play style. I did night 1. I had Darth Revan unlocked, geared before the end of the week, almost to gear 12. Like, we hit Darth Revan real hard, which was fun. It was awesome, and it's really rewarded me on the arena. And we were just talking about this the other day. I'm about to hit. I am about to hit. Oh, I'm sorry, DSP. I'm sorry for missing these comments. DSP, NS are just good all around team. Night Sisters, yeah. DSP, I'd pass on Qui-Gon Jinn for a while. Better Jedi to get for sure. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Qui-Gon Jinn is definitely probably more so on the bottom of the list from when we originally made this back in, was that March? And we were just going through, and I was like, oh man, I think Qui-Gon Jinn would be really good here, and and as we're maturing with the game and understanding metas and what's going on in the game, it's like, I probably wouldn't actually use that. So we'll probably do, we're not going to do it this year. Next year we will do an updated free-to-play guide. So he's easy to get for Yoda, that's it. Yeah. And I think that was the mentality when we were putting it down, is that it's a quick farm to be able to unlock Yoda. But I think from an overall standpoint, from trying to minimize our GP as much as possible and have the most efficiency out of our GP, which I've done a pretty good job with doing on my main account, even though I've made mistakes, I've done a pretty good job of doing. I'm under 2 million GP. Well under 2 million GP. I'm at like 1.6 mil with both Revens, Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan, and both of those teams, except for 1 or 2 characters, being gear 12 and completely zated out. That's huge. There's a lot of people that do not have that and still haven't gotten Jedi Knight Revan or Darth Revan unlocked. So I'm ready, quite literally, for Darth Malik. Like, that's where I'm at on my main account, and at 1.6 million, most of the people that you see that have Darth Malik have been playing this game for years, or they spent a lot of money and put into it to get their characters completely geared and things like that. And although I spend a little bit of money on that account, I don't spend a lot of it. Still smart with my money. There's other things that I'm really interested in. I love doing cookouts, as Evo knows, which we got to get rolling here soon. But I love to do cookouts, and so my money goes elsewhere. I play Magic the Gathering, which, by the way, look out probably within the next week or so. If you like Magic the Gathering, I'm going to do a part on my channel called the Wizarding Corner. And I'm gonna do Magic the Gathering decks that I like to play on MTG Arena. So those will be live streams. But I've been pretty efficient with my account, which is awesome. Which is awesome. And I think Eva's been even more efficient. He got Darth Revan without going to the gear levels that I got my Darth Revan at. So it took him a while.
Yeah, I think I got it the second to night before. The second to last night or something like that.
Yeah. So second time around, and he got Darth Revan. So we're learning the efficiency of the game, and we've only been playing the game for almost a year. Like, the end of this month is my 1-year anniversary for starting to play the game for my main account. And I think a week or 2 after that is Evo's 1-year anniversary for playing the game. So I think with where we're at, we're really good at, as far as efficiency it comes to, as far as roster management is concerned, and going after things for the meta. I mean, I've seen some people on YouTube that have been playing the game for like almost 2 years, and they're talking about Padme for not for another year to year and a half before they're going to have Padme. And like, in my mind, I'm like, man, if I've been playing the game for that long, I should have been Like, I should have these characters already. I get not having all the droids. Like, I get that. They just became farmable, but I should have some separatists, and people were doing it without having a full General Grievous team, as far as at least unlocking her at 5 stars. So, just focusing in and having that focus and staying on target, as Warrior would say. Stay on target. That's the biggest thing. You can't, start a farm and not finish it. When you're in this particular part of the game where we're at, you're going to be torn between different farms. So, 1 week you may go farm your gear for getting your Geonosians for fleet because you're higher in your fleet arena to gear 9. And the next week you swap over to gearing your Empire, which this is exactly what I'm going to be doing, right? I'm almost done with getting my Geos to gear 9. That is my next milestone. Get my Geos to gear 9. So 2 out of the 3 of them are at gear 9. Sunfac is almost done. I'll be done this week. And then I'll go over to my Empire and gear those guys. And I'll get those to a part to where I can actually take them into arena, squad arena, and start climbing again and get below 100 in squad arena. So, like, I always have milestones that I need to actually hit, and I write them down. I have notes and things like that. You just want to make sure that you're doing that to stay on target. Like, have your notes, know where you're going, because that's how you actually get tripped up in this game. It's a strategy-based game, and you have to stay on target and focus on the characters that you're farming, along with their gear, along with their mods and things like that. So the best advice I can give you is to stay on target of where you're trying to go. There may be some farms that you stop in the middle of because, hey, I'm 2 shards away from being able to go and complete this event at 7 stars. So maybe you stop, you get your 2 shards, your 1 gear piece or 2 gear pieces, so that you're really comfortable with going into that legendary event. But then you got to go right back into where you left off, and I think that's the most important thing, is going back to where you left off, because we did that with Phoenix, right? For Thrawn, we stopped what we were currently doing, and we're like, okay, we need to get our Phoenix squad actually prepared for this, so that we can get them unlocked. And now, they're not on our favorites anymore. We're back to our original farms that we were on. Would you agree, Evo?
Yeah, I wanted to see how bad this was going to go. I'm taking a pretty undergeared Empire team in here to see how well they do against a Phoenix squad. Yeah, see how it goes.
Ooh. Do I need that immediately? Spy and soldier need it, and they're both at gear 9.
Now they start falling. Ooh.
There we go. Greedo's at gear 8.
Yeah, I had kind of a lucky streak there, and now things are starting to get
break down.
My ass handed to me.
All right, I don't think we have anything else. Evo, you have any other comments or anything like that you want to talk about?
That's all I got, man.
Sweet. So thank you all so much for stopping by today. We had 4 viewers. DSP, my friend, my buddy, my pal, thank you so much for always giving us feedback in the chat. Definitely appreciate it. If you're watching this afterwards, don't forget to comment below and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you're not subscribed, please don't forget to hit that subscription button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Speaking of not missing a thing, I may do some type of live stream for the 1-year anniversary, and that'll be on the main account, not the free-to-play account. So we may do something special there where I go through my dailies and stuff like that, talk about where my farms are and things of that nature. I will be updating you guys coming up because we're like almost 2 months in since we did the next 5. Since I've done the next 5 videos, so updating you on what how the next 5 Zetas went, and how the next 5 squads went. Those would be 2 separate videos, and where I'm at currently with that. All right, my friends, until next time, we're gonna go ahead and throw up them deuces, and we will see y'all next time. Peace out.